Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I'm kind of excited today. I get to go somewhere. My wife Maria, my mom, and my dad all tested positive for COVID. I didn't get any symptoms, but I also didn't get tested, but I was exposed to them. So I've been quarantined for the past 2 weeks and I'm finally free. So I get to go to town, sign some papers for FSA. Doesn't sound real exciting, but when you haven't been anywhere in 2 weeks, it's pretty sweet. So that's what we're gonna do today. First thing I gotta do, swing through the bank here in my hometown, and then we're gonna go down the road to a little bit bigger town. All right, that job's done. Got some spending money. I might even buy myself breakfast. All right, let's roll. All right, so the town we were just in is my hometown. It's called Beaverville, believe it or not. And it is a pretty big metropolitan area. It has a whopping 350 residents. So it's got a bank, it's got a post office, hardware store, and a bar. Well, I had a bar until COVID. I'm not really sure what's going on with that right now. But anyways, we are headed down to Watseka, Illinois. It's a little bit bigger town. It has a Walmart. I have to stop into the NRCS office, sign some papers for eQuip, and that's really all I have to do down there. Might check some other things out, might get breakfast. We'll see. Just down here by one of Uncle Danny's farms. Looks like he got his anhydrous on. Farms down here, both sides of the road. There's a 40 over there, and then, whatever there is over there. There's 112 acres total. So, this is as far south as we go with the sprayer. In case you're new to the channel, Uncle Danny is the guy that owns our sprayer, and we run it for him, and in exchange we get to use it on our acres. So pretty good deal. This is some pretty good ground down here. He says it's his best farm, and here we are. Just gotta sign a couple things and then I can head home. So because of COVID, I can't actually go inside, so they have to bring everything out to me. It is what it is. All right, that's done. The guy was telling me that his wife also had COVID, so it's going around. Thankfully, we haven't had any major symptoms, and he said his wife didn't really either, so it affects different people different ways. I had an uncle that got it, and he was in the hospital for a while, so it's weird. It's a weird virus. Hope we can get over it. Ooh, there's a fancy truck. That'd look good on our farm. It's 10:15. Do I go with lunch or breakfast? I guess they're not serving lunch yet. Could I get a number 7?
Okay.
With orange juice?
Okay.
And that's all.
All right, size 77, pull around.
Thanks. I went with the breakfast burrito. And now we're leaving town. But it wouldn't be an official trip to town without driving through the equipment dealer. You gotta do that. It's a pretty cool looking tractor. So this is McCullough Implement. They're kind of a short line dealer. They sell Kubota, Bobcat, Kinsey, Versatile, Great Plains, all kinds of stuff like that. We do a little bit of service from them. We get some parts from them. I guess we don't have the Kinsey planter anymore, so we won't be buying a whole lot of parts. But they do carry some stuff that we use. It's a brand new Kinsey mocktail. I'd really like to try one of those high-speed discs, like that or the Versatile Fury, or everybody's making them these days. Look at that cute little guy. Couple more high-speed discs. I guess those pull pretty hard. I guess you gotta pull them really fast though, so. All right, that's enough gawking. Let's go home. Well, that trip to town was just exhilarating, but we're back at the farm and we have some work to do. We're gonna be doing some more strip till. thing started up.
Electric tanks, even smart models that can spot a leak before it.
Raise that up. Go out here and look things over before we get started while the tractor warms up. Make sure we don't have anything about to fall off or loose. Just greased it a couple days ago, so should be good on that. I don't notice anything. Do you guys? So I got a little bit of a problem here. That's not supposed to be there. That's supposed to be up there. Dang it! So I was going along the trees over there, and that tree right there, I thought I could fit under it, but it must be just tall enough that it caught the muffler and bent it back. It didn't break it off at the bottom. So I'm gonna go up to the truck. I forgot to grab my gloves, but I'm sure that's hot. I'm gonna try and bend it back, see if I can finish the day out. All right, see what we can do here. A lot of times if you bend metal back, you know, out of adjustment and then try and push it back the way it came, it breaks off. So here's to hoping it doesn't break off. Ooh, that is hot. I'm gonna need both hands. Oh. Maybe I should just back into the tree the other way. Oh man. Shoot. Yeah, I'm not gonna get it. So it's not broken, and it's not touching anything. I mean, it is closer to the glass than it should be. I don't know if that will hurt anything because of the heat. Can I get by, or do I need to fix it? All right, so we're gonna attempt something. It's probably not gonna work, but it's worth a shot. I mean, the muffler's junk the way it is, so I don't think I can hurt anything. Got a ratchet strap here, chain back in my truck. No, I'm not gonna drive the truck ahead. If this doesn't work, then I'll think about driving the truck ahead. Pulling it sideways. Need to move my truck. It's trying to move. I need to pull it more straight, but I can't get anything up that high. Maybe our disc over there, but how much effort do I really want to put into this before I just say screw it and go get a new muffler? All right, so I rehooked it on the weight bracket, and if you look at it from this angle, it doesn't look too bad. But if you look at it from the front, it's still a little tweaked. So I think I'm gonna back my truck up over here and stand on the tailgate and see if I can push it in a little closer. I still think I'm gonna have to get a new muffler. I'm sure I've weakened the bottom of this pretty bad, and it's probably gonna be pretty floppy now. There we go, we're back in business. It's not even really that wobbly either. Well, I guess it's a little wobbly. Flip my mirror back out, and I'm ready to roll. All right, we got that excitement out of the way. No more screw ups today. Everybody gets one a day, that's it. So the reason why we are still working on tillage is because this farm was kind of up in the air for a while, whether we would be farming it or not, and we were waiting on some lime to get spread. So we didn't want to do any tillage till we had some things figured out, and now we have things figured out. So we're strip tilling it. Thankfully the weather held out. It's been a really good fall for field work. We haven't had any snow to speak of, not a whole lot of rain. It hasn't been too cold, so it hasn't really been froze, like the ground hasn't been froze. So we're thankful for that. We are knocking some acres out, and we shouldn't have a whole lot to do next spring. I just got a couple rounds left here. I always skip passes with this strip till bar, that way I don't have to turn so sharp on the ends. And then I've got a curve track to do kind of along the edge of the CRP there. I haven't really dealt with curve tracks very much, so I'm hoping it works out right. Switch this over to AB curves. Oh, it's already in here. All right, let's see how this works. The cool thing about auto steer is you can engage it while you're backing up. So you can back right up into some corners or whatever when you're doing strip till. It works really well. I'm gonna shift down a gear so this thing has room to turn. I'm gonna keep an eye on my heading error right there. So I'm off a little bit. That way I can kind of work the brakes and try and keep this thing on track. Looks pretty good so far. I mean, I realize it won't be perfect, but it's better than I can do driving. It's completely steering itself. I'm not touching anything. Alright, so I still have some to do over there yet, but we always raise up for this sand hill. We got rye planted up here. It's still fairly small yet. It's not very big, but you can kind of see it out there. Hope the wind's not too bad. This is pretty high sand. It's really sandy up there at the highest point. I'm gonna get back in the tractor because I'm sure this wind's terrible. But we try not to work this unless we absolutely have to. Try and leave as much crop residue up here as we can. That way we can hold the soil down and build some organic matter and all that. So we also got the rye too. I'm filming with my iPhone. I just want to see how the quality is on that. Just whatever. I didn't have my camera with me, so we're giving this a shot. And we'll drop it in the ground about, well, I'll wait till I get up here a little more. Now. Isn't technology amazing? I'm not even looking where I'm going. So this curve track is really important because we have an 8-row strip till bar and a 16-row planter. So we're going to be covering 2 passes of the strip till with the planter. So that guess row, which is in between the 2 passes, it needs to be as close to 30 inches as possible at all times. I mean, you want it to be 30 inches. Going through the curves, it's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be pretty darn close. Like I said, a lot better than me driving it myself. We're done strip tilling. I'm going to bring this back to Grandpa's and hook this tractor back on the chisel plow. We have some corn stalks to chisel yet. Dad's in the field disking. They're pretty grassy, so the chisel plow doesn't do a very good job unless you disc it first. It's a pretty sandy farm. Got some pretty late grass in there and just got to take care of it. Dad's here to help me. We got to set it down first in order to get the 3rd link pin out. And then raise it back up, put the jack stands down. That's what he's doing now. I'll hop out, grab the other one. Easy as that. out here in the field, just got started. I made a few rounds and then I decided to go home, let the dogs out, and grab a cup of coffee. And now I'm back. My auto steer quit. So I am steering manually and it's awful. Auto steer is great and I don't know why it's not working. Every time I engage it, it works for a couple seconds and then it kicks out and says steering control fault. I don't know what that means. So I'm hoping it fixes itself. You know, having to steer the tractor is a very humbling experience. I feel just like my ancestors. Oh, thank goodness it started working again. There's Dad over there. Looks like he's just got a couple rounds left. Yeah, that disc doesn't do a very nice level job, so it is really rough out here. But corn was down pretty bad here, so we had to disc it, and then over there it gets pretty sandy, so like I said, there's a lot of grass, and we got to disc it first. Otherwise, this thing will leave piles everywhere, and it just does a terrible job if you don't disc it first. So like I talked about in the last video, we have been doing some budgeting towards the end of the year, and looking at some crop projections, prices, yields, we can make more money growing corn. So this is another one of those fields that was going to be beans next year, and we decided to put it into corn. So the best way for us to do that, corn on corn, is by working it with a chisel plow or the disc ripper, something to bury those stalks. Now, once in a while I get some flack, either one way or the other. Some people are very pro-tillage. They think you got to bury everything every year. Other people are anti-tillage. They think you should go no-till, at the very most, strip-till. Now, we do all of those on our farm. We have been no-tilling beans for years and have had very good luck with that. We just started strip-tilling last year, and so far it looks promising. We've done a little bit of no-till corn and beans stubble, and that turned out well. But we also still do some tillage, and it's mostly on some rented farms. It's just the best way that we know how, and we can trust that we can grow corn on corn year after year after year and do a good job. So, I don't know. I'm not anti-tillage. I'm not pro-tillage. I'm somewhere in the middle. It has its place. We're in a climate where we can try a whole lot of different things and make it work. If we were further north, I realize some of those no-till or lower tillage situations don't always work the best. So, here we are, doing some tillage. I think I'm going to end this video here. I think I got enough content, and it should be a pretty decent video. I started out this video not really knowing what I was going to get into, and it turned into a little bit more than I thought. So, we had a little hiccup with the muffler. Thankfully, I was able to straighten that out. It's starting to wobble around quite a bit. I'm thinking we're gonna have to buy a new muffler. I feel really stupid about that, but it happens. It's one of those things. They don't break sitting in the shed. So, as always, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, check out our merch. We got some t-shirts and some hats and all that stuff. Links in the description, and see you on the next one.